Hi everyone. So today we are going to talk about EC2. That's nothing but Elastic Compute Cloud. That's one of the services provided by the Amazon Web Services. There are many other services like they have S3, they have a lot many like SageMaker and things like that, but each of them have like their own use. But let's focus on EC2, which is one of the biggest services provided by AWS. So imagine that this is your laptop, your keyboard, and you have designed a web application. So when you are about to run the web application, so you do your builds like Gradle build, it runs, it checks for compilation error, and then it starts the server, right? A local server anywhere in like Tomcat server, which is hosted in local. So what you do is you open your Edge or Google Chrome and you type in local host colon some port number 8080 something something, right? And then your web application, you are able to access the web application. Well and good. Now just imagine that you want to make it available to everyone. You want to scale your application, not just yourself, so that others can also have an access to it. So for this, you need your laptop to be always turned on. It should always have been connected to the internet. It should have a public IP address so that anyone can reach out to, right? But let's be honest, if your laptop shuts down, crashes, or your internet connection breaks, your website is gone. No one will be able to access it, right? So it's not a good idea to host anything on your laptop. This is where EC2 comes in. So, for example, let's do this. Now, this is an EC2 instance, and this is inside some cloud. It's actually physically located somewhere in one of the AWS locations regions, but we are not getting bothered about it because for us it's already on the cloud, right? How Amazon handles this, we don't have to worry about it. So EC2 is nothing but a replacement of like a system, a laptop or a computer that you have it at home. It's more powerful, it's always online, it's professionally managed, and it always gives you an public ID immediately. So now what you can do is you can run your website, your applications, or anything you want without worrying about any hardware or any internet issues. So the way that you host your web application so that it's accessible, right? You run the Gradle scripts, you run some commands. Similarly, when you create an EC2 instance, you can pre-configure the steps so that the moment the EC2 instance is booted up, like a Windows system, when it's booted up, right? You can configure it in a such a way that as soon as the EC2 instance is booted, you can go and automatically the commands will run. For example, it will go to CD workspace. Then inside workspace again, you have to go to maybe app folder, and then inside that you want to run some run application dot py. So this will automatically start your application, the similarly what you do in your system, right? So this is something that you can pre-configure, or you can also use command line interface to write these commands so that you can manually do it once the EC2 system is started. So it's exactly the same way what you do for your laptop, EC2 as well you can do it. It's the only difference is this is your own laptop, it's less powerful, less reliable. EC2 instance is managed by AWS, it's professionally managed. There are a lot of benefits about it. Yeah, it never shuts down, and then it's very powerful, many people can access it, right? So now because it's hosted in like a public IP address, what does that mean is the application that you ran over here, it's accessible by everyone. It's not only accessible by you but also many people around the planet, right? So or a lot many people can access it. So this is where AWS EC2 comes into account. if someone wants to host a web application or an organization wants to host any of the application, instead of using like physical servers or a physical computer, we use EC2 instance, which is nothing but a service provided by Amazon. So in order to initiate an EC2 instance, just as an analogy, when for example we go to a laptop shop, right, or a computer shop, you tell them, okay, you need either a Windows laptop or a Linux or maybe a Mac OS. Then you tell them the specification, like hard disk, you need maybe 512 GB or 1 TB, 2 TB, or RAM maybe 16 GB RAM or 32 GB RAM. So there are certain configurations that you expect, right? Similarly, on AWS, when you are about to host an EC2 instance, you have some configurations that you have to select. Something like you need a Windows system or a Linux, what is the hard disk space you want, what is the RAM you want, some network properties, etc. etc. So when you select these, and then when you click on launch EC2 button, that is when a machine is dedicated to you only for your web application, and then it gets booted up, it gets started, and then you can run your application. If you have configured the steps, well and good. Otherwise you can manually as well write all the steps, like command line, you want to go to change directory to maybe workspace, and then you want to run a particular application, you want to copy a directory and things like that. So yeah, as I said, that it's just one of the web services of AWS. There are multiple web services, like a lot many web services for AWS, but this is really a very important one, EC2 instance. So I hope you guys understood this. If you really understood, then yeah, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.